Is your plantar fasciitis not getting any better?
Are,
We're
are,
gonna
you,
sh-
are you asking me?
yeah, no, we're gonna show you what to do if it isn't.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
All right, the first reason it may not be getting better, Brad, is because it's actually plantar fasciitis,
Ah,
and not
another.
plantar fasciitis.
So are they two separate
Well, they're very
diagnoses?
similar, actually. Plantar fasciitis often becomes plantar fasciitis.
So it's fasciosis in the, if you could say the chronic, where it's
Right.
just keeps on going and going, and it seems like it's not getting better week after
We're
week.
both in both cases we're talking about the plantar fascia,
Sure.
and that's a fascia that's on the bottom of the foot.
Yep.
My foot's a little bit dirty.
Don't worry about it, Bob. We'll take care of that later.
So quite often, in both cases, the pain is right here,
Okay.
right by the heel. So in plantar fasciitis, it's actually inflamed. Itis,
Inflammation.
right. Fasciosis is more, it's degraded. It's become weakened. It's become scarred up.
So it's injured initially from initially being torn. It's just
Right.
not getting better, but
It
it's
heals.
not. It's
You-
not all real tender and inflamed.
Yeah, it
yet.
heals, you break it open again. It heals, you break it open again.
Day after
Just
day.
chronic,
Yep.
right. So in that case, you really don't want to put ice on it,
Sure.
which you do with plantar fasciitis.
Right.
So you want to put heat on it. So
Okay.
that's the first thing you're going to try.
Okay. So in regards to heat, you can use a hot pack, put it in the microwave if you have one like that. You can use the electric type. Far infrared actually will go deeper and better. If you don't have that and you have a regular one, that's fine. You can take a rice full of sock. We have that on some videos now. Heat that up
A
in the
sock
microwave.
full of rice.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that actually works quite well, and it costs very little, and most people can have that
Yeah, it's
available.
comfy.
Yeah. So, what's the next option?
All right, if your foot pain continues and continues, Brad, I want you to try some massage
Sure.
on the bottom of the foot. Now, if it's still plantar fasciitis, flared up,
Yep.
you're going to want to hit the painful area is right here usually.
Yep.
Now, it's often too painful to even massage on the area with plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, I've had a number of patients where I'll push on that spot, work my way to it, and then they stop right
so you
there.
can work around it,
Sure.
but with fasciitis, you may be able to work right on it.
And I would suggest if we start the massage, should we get right into it
Right,
here?
let's do it.
So the fascia actually is here, and it spreads out this way like a
into
fan.
the toes,
Yep.
actually.
So I'm going to start here, and regardless, I'll start here on a patient or myself. We can do circles with the thumbs, okay, and then get closer and closer to the tender spot. If it gets too tender, just don't go any closer. Use good judgment on that. Don't go on a really tender spot and just beat it up just to put up with
Make
the
it
pain.
worse.
Right. So use good judgment. Don't be too aggressive. You can do the splaying type. Usually would not do this with socks on.
Right.
I'm just doing it because you can have
You
a
can
better,
really see it,
yeah,
his fingers.
better contrast. And this is where your thumbs will get tired if you're doing it properly. You're going to push in deep and pull across. Same with the circles. You're going to get in deep to that fascia. The fascia is a very tough tissue.
Right. It's thick. And
Yep,
it's-
and you
it's
really can't get too
very
aggressive on it. And then work that up into that point. Now, if you can tolerate, I like to work circles around this area as well as splaying, but circles just seem to work better because that's the point. And if you do this for about 20 seconds and it clearly feels better, and it's like, oh, wow, that's better than when I started, then you keep getting after it until your thumbs get tired.
But I have a concern.
Oh, yes.
The concern is, Brad,
Yes?
that you won't do it because
I won't do
no,
it?
because it's tough to do.
So you're saying I could have my wife
The
do it?
average person won't do
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and their average person's wife won't do it. So that's where this week's giveaway.
And even my wife won't do it.
No, I'm sure she won't. This is the Bob and Brad foot massager. This is really a great unit. It's actually got a remote control, and it's got heat, and it's got different settings.
Right.
And you can just go to bobandbrad.com and go to the giveaway section
Sure.
and sign up for it.
This is the giveaway.
That's the giveaway.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this is you get on there and it doesn't tire out. You can have your feet in
Right.
there.
And never says no.
Yes, unless you unplug it. Are we going to show some other options for massage without your fingers?
Well, you could show, sure, tennis ball.
Yeah, if you got a tennis ball or a golf ball,
ball.
depends on how aggressive you want to get. I would start with the
the tennis ball.
tennis ball.
Right.
Yep. And this you can go with your socks on, shoes off, of course.
What a pair of socks you have there, Brad.
Well, yeah, look at that. See, those are bones. They're skeleton socks. Yeah, I find them entertaining, and I sleep them too.
I bet you would.
Yeah. Now get the golf ball, and that is when it's
That's aggressive.
Yep. And the thing about the golf ball is a little slippery. If I did, I'd have to take my socks off. See, it slips out. But
Yeah.
it won't do that if you take your socks off. It actually grips in good. But you're going to work over that, and you can, watch TV, do whatever you want, and do that for a few minutes, and more than once a day, actually.
All right, we have one more
Oh,
suggestion.
I'm sorry, I'm babbling.
Okay, the final thing you want to make sure, Brad,
Mm-hmm.
is that the calf is adequately stretched. Because if this is tight, it's going to put more stretch and stress on the foot.
That's right, because they're all connected. It's
Yeah,
a chain.
A posterior chain.
That's
So
right. I
what
get
you want
that.
to do, there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can just take a towel or a sheet or a pillowcase and pull on it like that and give a good stretch.
Yep, if you had a belt, you could
belt
use
would
that.
work.
Sometimes it works better if you have your shoe on, because your sheet or whatever you're using kind of grips to the rubber sole.
Right.
But you can certainly do it without. Whatever works best for you.
Brad, do you want to show another option?
Yes, I do. Oh, right
Thank
now.
you.
Okay. The old classic traditional wall stretch. It's best with shoes on. You need something that grips to the floor. And put your foot so it points straight towards the wall, not
the
like
heel
this.
down.
Yep. Heels glued to the floor. Sometimes I'll tell my patients, pretend someone's got a nail in your shoe and they nail the heel right down to the floor so it can't come up. This is being stretched, not this one. This is just kind of hanging out. I'm going to keep the knee straight, lean forward and stretch, and hold it 15 to 30 seconds, or pressure on, pressure off 10 times, and then bend the knee and do the same thing. It works a different muscle. The gastroc versus the soleus.
soleus, right.
Yep. Not that you need to know that, but some people appreciate that information. Then it makes it sound like we know what we're talking about.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I can imagine being your patient, the things you tell them.
Yeah, I come up with some pretty interesting analogies, and I have to be careful.
All right. Remember, Brad, I can fix just about anything.
Except for
What is it, Brad?
the broken heart,
All
Bob.
right, we got to get on
That's
it.
right, Bob. And I'm considering a new technique, a new approach next week.
Surgery?
It'll be another chapter in the
Okay,
book.
gotcha.